Hello, my name is Michael, and I am the DM, CEO, and editor of the series that you are currently listening to, known as The Bystanders. As always, a huge shout-out is necessary for both Gwinn and Shady Cicada. They are both lovely, talented, and wonderful musical artists that have allowed us to use their music for this little project of ours. So please go check them out. If you do not check them out, I will make what happened to Donovan's nuts look like a walk in the dog park. Also, we have a public Discord server. Please feel free to come by and harass all of us. Don't actually harass all of us, but do like the funny kind of stuff. You know, like send a meme at Kyler where it's a tire labeled Florida in impact font and at Kyler. I'm sure he'll love that. And without any further ado, we can begin this week's episode. You know, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Don't worry, you're not black. You'll win.
I don't know how that relates, but true?
You don't have the increased possibility of just losing outright.
Damn base.
We call this the difficulty.
Okay, we're recording.
It's like there's a South Park game where your difficulty slider changes your skin color.
Yep. No! Oh no!
I love how South Park is just social commentary. The show.
Oh, straight up, yeah. Like it's
cleverly disguised as a rancid TV show.
They don't try to cleverly disguise it. They don't even try to disguise it. It's clever, but there's no disguising anywhere.
They don't need to.
They don't need to. No, of course not. Hello! Welcome back to the Bystanders. Today we are by and standing. Actually, we are sitting, and most of us, I think, are straight.
Yep.
Donovan, what's your opinion on women?
I have a girlfriend. Also, why?
Right! Forgot about that.
Also,
okay,
why do you
what's
ask
your
me
favorite
that as
woman?
if you already know my opinion on men?
What is your opinion on men?
They're pretty pong.
Welcome back to the Some of Us Are Bystanders.
Michael, what's your favorite woman?
Wilbur, who's your favorite woman?
Tommy.
It's the queen.
Tommy, you cannot.
Puggings.
It's so rough. Donovan has got a spray bottle, and he has sprayed me.
Michael has peeked the mic for the first time this episode. Congratulations.
Let's go!
First
Speed
peek
run.
wasn't
And there's
Damian.
a second one.
Awesome. Okay, so
God.
last time we were playing.
No, I don't believe you.
Well,
Alright, let's back it up, guys.
It's good having you.
I'm blinded by the light.
there's nothing of importance that's out. I even tabbed over, like it's good.
Ableism.
Ableism. Alright,
Ableism. Good evening.
last time we were playing, it has been a while for us, but not for y'all because of my wonderful and consistent editing. So last time you guys were doing Fight Club downstairs in the remains of the
Oh,
Falcon,
right.
and you all were going to lunch with Shotgun Cop, Carl, and Steve's parents.
I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot about that.
Wait, I
So
forgot
not until I check my session notes.
This should be fun. Oh boy.
So something that you all never figured out is where you're actually going to go eat.
Mickey D's.
No,
we could go to Steve's
McDonald's.
house.
I feel like there's a little bit of a problem.
I don't want to go.
Yeah.
Steve's mom gave him $20 for lunch, and so that started that whole cycle. Where's my rag?
Why don't we go to the local
It
blood
fell
drive?
behind you.
No.
Also, if these look like the chairs you would find in a hotel room, they are.
Oh, good.
Normally people steal towels, we go a bit above.
Puggings.
No, that's a joke. The warehouse next to us sells old, things.
For legal reasons,
we didn't-
that's a joke.
Yeah, we didn't actually steal the whole ass chairs from a hotel.
Moving on from Donovan's obvious and very funny crimes, what do you guys want to? Where do you guys want to eat? So
The blood drive.
Donovan has
I'm gonna veto that one.
Yeah,
Donovan
I'm
has
good.
been able to afford going to a restaurant since he was in the 2nd grade, so he doesn't know anywhere good at all.
Okay, I'd like to point out that Steve's mom gave him $20, so that's
This is supposed
How
to
many of us are there?
Yeah, this is supposed to cover for all of us, right?
so
1,
there's
2, 3.
4 of you, Shotgun Cop and Carl, and also Steve's parents. You're going to try to invite. So
We still have to invite
So we
them.
could get fast food.
Maybe.
I mean, we're loaded. We could go to a nice place.
Does anyone keep their cash on them?
I do.
I do.
Fair enough.
I have nowhere else to put
I
it.
have a small amount of money,
I thought you
but
took one of the Lord of the Rings books with you.
I mean, I don't. I would assume I don't.
Do you take it to Fight Club? I don't think so.
Yeah, I would assume I keep it on like the Escape or wherever we're operating from.
Okay.
Like, sorry.
Fair enough.
That doesn't change the fact that we're still loaded. I have 8K on me.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, you guys can.
I'm feeling steak.
I can get
It's
behind
been
that.
a while since
Let's go to a steakhouse.
I'm down.
Sure.
Okay, so how are you going to call Steve's parents to try to get them to come with, and are you going to swing by the escape or have them get there by themselves?
I'm going to page Carl. No, wait,
Carl's with you guys, yes.
I'm going to page Dr. A to yell at them. and
Wait,
get
so
them
who
to
is currently
come.
at the escape?
I believe it's Dr. A.
Dr. A,
Abel.
Rose, Sterling, Abel, and both
I
your
forgot
parents.
about Rose.
Yeah, Rose is still there.
I wish I had the pleasantries of forgetting Rose.
Okay.
I like Rose a lot.
I like him. I can't.
Do you want to
forget.
page him, and what do you want to page him if so?
Send wait. Send Steve's mom and dad.
Hello, is Dr. A page question mark?
Yes.
Will send Steve mom and dad thank period space.
Steak.
Dr. A is he sends back a smiley face. So
Intellectual conversations.
so
I think I handled that well.
So through supernatural means, your parents find you guys.
Well,
Steve's parents find you guys.
surely he understood that Damian meant to send them to the steakhouse.
The steakhouse.
The steakhouse in the large city
Yes.
of Travago.
In all
Exactly.
of the one steakhouse.
How nice is this steakhouse we're going to?
Travago's biggest
this like-
attraction
It's
is
the only goddamn one
steakhouse
better
in the
be
world.
good.
Yeah, there's one steakhouse in Travago.
And if I remember correctly, the Feisty Falcon, you had got steak there, so...
It is.
Uh-oh.
It is run by a Greek family who all uses fake Italian accents because that's part of the gimmick.
Yes.
The restaurant.
Are we required to use an Italian accent upon entering?
No, but the waiters all communicate with that, so y'all better.
It's
be
a spicy
on
meatball.
Yeah, basically. So you all want to call up? Shotgun Cop is like,
With us? Right.
yes, he's with you guys, and I assume you guys are just going to drive there in the van. You guys have the van with you.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And as you're driving, Shotgun Cop's like, actually, I have a question. Would it be cool if I invited one of my colleagues to lunch with us?
Oh, of course, of course.
Okay, cool. She's
How
yeah.
I'll be driving, right? I want to drive. I'll drive.
Okay.
You're already driving. That's
I'm
not
driving.
like okay.
Yeah,
Hi, Steve.
it's a bit late to make that call. You know what? I'm not gonna drive.
All right, Damian.
My family's
take the
Catholic.
wheel.
I'm used to having Jesus take the wheel.
Make a religion check to pray.
Sorry, I'm ammonia.
Oh no. Oh, well, this is a wonderful start to the already wonderful episode. So you all get to the steakhouse. It's a lovely little diner, just kind of like a mom and pop type shop. It's around the size of a Waffle House, but it looks much better because everything's not a bright yellow, white, and black.
It's
Like
not
they have
And it's not Waffle House.
Is it a Waffle Home? Okay.
Yes, it is.
Both made the same
Damian
joke.
takes a deep breath, grins. Smells like dad.
I'm not gonna
awesome.
I'm not gonna
Oh,
ask.
smells
All
like,
right,
smells like something I couldn't afford 2 weeks ago.
You all
Smells like cheap.
you all walk
Yup,
over,
ouch.
and the restaurant appears to be completely empty right now.
Can't see.
Well, that's convenient.
We
We got
I mean,
a
completely empty of customers. There's
Okay, so it's like open.
yes,
Yeah.
it's open.
got a table for like 8.
There is a very, very tired-looking Greek woman in her late 50s who looks over to you all. Hey, I can do a table for 8.
Oh no.
Hey, thank you.
I wanted to die. She walks over.
I can assist you with that.
The feeling is mutual.
She prepares a table of 8. Kyle, do you want to explain to the audience why you just visibly cringed?
So, I have ingested the kick to the take drink.
Bang.
No more elaboration. Awesome. Okay.
I can't believe, guys, it's Maxwell Silverhammer. Bang in a bang.
Anyway,
Bang, bang.
No,
let's move on.
To get that.
You all walk over to the table. They have those kind of restaurant tables where it's like very obviously fake marble. Like you knock against it and it's like way lighter and easier to move than marble should be. And they've just pushed like 3 tables against each other, and they have really cheap wooden, not wooden, sorry, like the kind of metal chairs that have interwoven kind of like wire. I don't know how to describe it.
I know what you mean.
I know what you mean.
Chain link. Steve is going to take a very excited seat down at the table.
Damian's going to knock on the obviously fake table and crack it a little bit. Oops.
Shotgun Cop giggles and slams his fist down.
Can I make...
Shotgun Cop doesn't do anything to the table and nurses his hand for a little bit.
I
like your style.
I could technically kiss a boo-boo and bring it back to full health. I'd be the greatest stay-at-home dad ever.
So on that note,
Can I make a cushion out of a construct that would be functional?
Yeah. It wouldn't last very long.
Oh, fair enough, I guess.
Because it's light.
But it's the thought that counts. Thank you, Donovan.
Oh, it wasn't for one of you. It was for me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, Michael?
The very tired woman comes back over. What do y'all want for drinks, sir?
Y'all in an Italian accent or something I don't want to hear at like 10:30 in the morning. On a Sunday. This is
church, y'all.
I'm feeling nostalgic. I'll have a lemonade. Just
She
Italian
makes
wave.
the Italian hand gesture.
Oh,
Yeah, she
great.
pulls out
I'm just gonna get like a Dr. Pepper. I'm gonna get the Dr. Pepper!
We only
Can I
have
go right-
Dr. Oil.
She looks at you straight in the eyes. Now we're a talking.
Oh, this hurts.
All
this,
right,
This is. Oh man.
Can I have... Do you have Mountain Lightning? I'm a hormone user. I kind of got to go for that.
You got a diet of Mountain Dew.
A diet of Mountain Dew.
Look, my net worth was 3 cents 2 weeks ago, and I'm not going to stoop that low. I'll just have a water.
A watcher it is.
Oh.
I'll take an apple juice box.
I assume you like a kid's menu as well. She just completely breaks character and says that.
No.
Question for Damian Drake. Do you shotgun every beer you ever gotten?
Yes.
Shotgun Cop raises his hand. Ooh, beer for me. That reminded me. He belches loudly. And then Carl. Could I just have a sweet tea, please? All right. It's a sweet tea. I'll be back in a few minutes with your beverages.
Mom,
You say Steve's
Dad,
parents made
yeah,
it
are
here?
you guys gonna get anything? Or
So she walks to the back. Steve's parents walk in. I'd like to point out your mom is looking so much better. Color has returned to her face. She is just doing all right. She's standing up. She's not really squinting or hunched over anymore. She seems like she's doing great. She's wearing just a nice kind of jacket, dressed in some leggings underneath. So she's doing a lot better. She's no longer in that kind of sick area. And Robert is Robert. He looks around. He looks over at Damian. Damian, hey, Mr. Drake,
Good to
what's
see you.
up?
Thanks, Steve. Your mom's looking good.
hey, Damian. Can we talk later? Don't worry about it.
Well, no, we can talk now.
Steve cracking his knuckles, his eyes flashing. Can we talk later?
Donovan's very happy that his aunt is looking so much better.
Yeah, Janice takes the compliment in stride and takes it as such, as a compliment.
Of course.
Robert goes over, pulls out the chair, gestures towards it. Janice kind of nods.
Wholesome.
Puts down her jacket over the back, sits down. Robert pushes her in. Janice orders a sweet tea, and Robert also orders a beer. So,
Hi,
here's
folks. You guys look.
Are the menus
Very-
in Braille?
Damian would like to tag on a beer to his tag as well,
Okay,
as long as
sorry.
the others are also drinking. He didn't want to be the first to order a beer,
Y'all are
but he's
already-
also going to order a beer.
I would say that Shotgun Cop is already at least pretty tipsy from y'all
True.
at the bar earlier. Damien at this point has probably just flushed all of the alcohol out of his system through sweat. So
He increased the weight of the alcohol so it goes out quicker.
His sweat is
Which is not how gravity works.
his sweat is 2% alcohol.
it's one of the most potent natural alcohols known to man.
You could like wring out his arm and make a fine ale out of it.
You ring out his arm, put the breathalyzer up to it, and you get arrested for drunk driving.
It's an ale, but instead of sweet, it's salt.
Interestingly,
So
this
it's
makes
gross.
this BO way worse.
Yes.
do the menus have Braille on it, or is Llyoyd just sliding his hand on smooth laminate?
Do you want me to order for you,
They're
Llyoyd?
laminated.
Oh.
You should have gone for the kids' meal.
Also, after a little bit, you see a cop car pull up
Oh yeah, this is cool.
into the driveway. Something opens, and
I've got to go.
Oh, a character sheet.
Wait, Llyoyd, are you hooded right now, or do you have like?
Yes.
I have a
Da-
character sheet for basically every character.
Damian nudges
Mummied.
Llyoyd. You should go for an extra rare steak. Of course.
Llyoyd is like, yes.
Now that Llyoid knows that there's steak on the menu, he's fine.
Okay.
He's like, Llyoyd just goes up to the
Llyoyd being told that we're at a steakhouse. Llyoyd, there's steak on the menu?
to the waiter. Make that thing so raw it moves.
All right, so you all are talking, kind of figuring things out, and you saw the cop car pull up, and after a while the door opens, and you see a woman enter. She's a woman in her middle 30s, of pretty muscular build, slightly shorter than average. She has brown skin and large, jarringly silver eyes.
like
She
my
wears a
last
hijab
manager.
and a pantsuit, both of them stark white, and on her back she has a large X formed out of 2 pink exclamation points.
Michael,
The stand user could be anyone.
Yeah.
are you sure you haven't seen? You weren't just describing my ex-manager?
What?
That's like almost to a T my last manager.
With the exclamation marks.
Silver
and everything.
Eyes?
No, it's
Isn't
almost
Silver
to a
Eyes the
T.
FNAF book?
It's also the main. It's also the main.
Wow,
plot
Rock's
point
bald
for the
and
main
Damian
character
dies.
of the
That's
hit web
crazy.
series Ruby.
Fun fact, I hate all of you, actually. That's what I've decided.
Yeah,
I didn't say anything.
I can't believe Rock's
No,
not
oh,
directly
we-
on
we-
Damian and only
you said
Damian.
That's
forward.
crazy.
Weird.
There's not even any
He,
rocks
he
around.
hated you to begin with.
That's
I
true.
can't believe Shotgun caught Shotgun and the hog discharged directly into Damian's abdomen.
I can't believe that the table is a stand. Roll initiative. Oops, you failed.
Table's a stand!
Failed initiative.
My hand's bleeding.
Minx stabbing the white clock.
Oh boy. Okay. So, this woman kind of walks over to all of you. Also, you can
Damian
see-
in character says the stand user could be anyone, by the way. That was
We gotta stop making that joke, honestly.
She kind of looks over at you and is taken aback. Okay. Is there an extra chair for me? And Shotgun Cop wings it around. Come on, sit down. She sits
Steve,
down
leave-
next to him, pushes it back in.
Steve leans over to Donovan. Do we know her?
So Shotgun Cop, who's your friend?
That was Shotgun Cop's.
Oh!
Shotgun Cop's colleague.
Well, I don't really have a partner, but if I did, it would be closest to Detective George right here. She nods.
Good to meet you, George.
Well, I'm off duty. Y'all can call me Andy. So,
Andy George.
Andy George.
Don't get that reference, but
It's good. It's good. It's good. She doesn't have a stutter. I'm just caffeinated at the moment.
I
Speaking of,
It's good to meet you all. You are. She's looking at Llyoyd right now.
oh, I am.
You are.
yes, I am.
You with the mask and
Yes.
Can I have your
Oh.
name, please? That's how introductions typically go.
He's done this.
Llyoid, 3 L's, no G.
Llyoyd, 3 L's, no G. I don't think there's a G in there normally, but that's good to know. I
Exactly, that's why there's
suppose.
none.
She looks over. And your name? Carl. My name is Carl. And she kind of looks for a second. Didn't we find you in an alley a while back? And Carl.
Oh
Carl kind of looks over at Damian. Yes, we did. I
no!
believe.
Damian tilts his head and grins unknowingly.
And you large man.
The name's Damian Drake. He
You are-
does his usual slap handshake
Oh my
and
God,
heavy
you
grip.
are
No, he showered very recently.
right, but he also
He
got
also
into
sweats
a fight
alcohol.
and sweats
And-
alcohol.
Man,
Yeah, okay,
that-
that's fair.
That shotgun on your back looks very familiar to what we're looking for right now.
Actually, that's a lot of large weaponry that you have just on you. Do you have a license for that?
I'm a cosplayer.
Oh, cool.
Construct
Who are you
license.
cosplaying as?
It'll just be a card.
Damin Dirk.
Is that some sort of German pop star? I'm not familiar.
Yeah, it's from a German game or something. I'm not sure. I saw it on Reddit.
El video gaming. I got you.
From the hit video game series, Devil Will Cry.
The devil has cried.
The devil will cry. I'm the devil.
She looks over. And you are?
Hi,
Robert. Oh, sorry. She's looking at your parents. Robert. Oh, and you are? Janice. It's nice to meet you. Yes, of course. She kind of looks for a second at you. And you are...
Hi, my name is Steve E. Wonder. Good to meet you.
Spoken like a true protagonist.
Steve!
That's me.
Alright. And
This sounds like a
you...
Donovan Halen.
Your outfit is very loud, sir, might I say.
Yeah, it breathes very easily.
I was gonna say,
God damn,
wow. I was going to say, she really is looking at us like she's very confused or like she might know us, but no, we're just wearing completely
The stand
out there
users
outfits.
could
Yeah.
be anyone, as Damian Drake has
like, why is-
said out loud in character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are all in our like stand user garb. Aren't we?
Yeah.
my
Oh,
usual
yeah.
outfit. I don't
Yeah,
know
of
what
course.
y'all are on about.
Yeah, the funny breathing outfit is great, but that
wearing-
is also the real reason. He's been wearing all black for like the past 5 years, and he wanted something that actually doesn't feel like he's wearing the sun on him at all times.
It breathes easily, as you said.
Yes, exactly.
So-
It's a pun and the real reason.
Right. The waitress comes by, and what all do you all want?
I want a steak medium rare.
Mama Amia. She writes it down.
Oof. Damian visibly cringes and then says it back.
So does everyone else.
Mamma mia, indeed.
I want a steak as rare as you can get it.
We'll see if you can get you a cow leg. And you.
So you guys have steak, right?
Yes?
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Steve sounds like the kind of guy that gets a steak well done.
I'm gonna
With
get
ketchup.
Yeah.
okay.
I'm gonna get my steak medium well with extra fries, please.
Okay.
Real quick, I want to bring this up. That reminded me of, I don't go to Hobby Lobby that often, and so I went into Hobby Lobby, went to an employee and asked, do you have any wicker baskets? And they said, have you checked the basket aisle? I hadn't.
Of course.
That is a
And
true...
you, Mr. Wicker Basket.
No, that was out of character. No, that actually happened to me.
And you with the well-breathing fabric.
Yes, Steve, what's a fillet mignon?
I know. Okay, we may have more money than you, but
Oops, all bangers.
I think it's some sort of like meat thing.
I'll have the fillet mignon.
Robert stops you.
uh.
Just get a burger and fries, please, for the love of God.
A burger and a burger and fries, please, for the love of God.
Are you having a stroke?
Robert looks over. Hold the ketchup. It might be a bit much for him. I personally will have a medium rare steak. I'd also like some A1 sauce to go along with it if it's not already at the table.
Good choice.
Goes over to Janice. Do you have a chicken Caesar salad? She nods. Okay, I'll take that. Shotgun Cop gets the biggest burger that they have on the menu, known as the Triple Whopper Deluxe Chungus. So,
Oh my lord.
That
is
Our food here.
Can we get whatever the hottest hot sauce you have is too, by the way?
Dude, the hottest hot sauce they have is going to be an enhancement type stand. I wouldn't recommend it.
Damien will take it.
Well, we've got the Diavolo sauce if you want some of that.
Oh yes, please, that sounds wonderful.
It skips ahead to your death.
Skips right through to your gut.
Yeah.
so hot that you
It
die
skips
multiple
straight out.
times
You
over.
just have to go to the bathroom.
It skips the ingestion to the other end.
You like lick it to get a taste. Oh, I gotta go.
I can't keep up with this. Where's my inspiration?
You just lick it. Boom, boom. He's out the other
Roll a
end.
con save.
Dexterity save.
AoE fire effect.
As it turns out,
They set it on the
it's
table
cracking
when
up
it's
to keep your
effectively a
stand.
fireball centered on the
The
table.
best way to avoid it is to be a rogue or a monk so that you can just dodge out of the way.
As it turns out, when you consume it, it's so traumatic that you just develop a stand right there.
Whoa, mama.
The stand pepper. The stand pepper.
Detective George orders a large plate of nachos. So I think that's everyone. Oh, Carl gets fish and chips.
Of course.
So,
Was he British?
You know, yes.
yes. Also, Detective George orders a lemonade because she wasn't.
Imagine going to a steakhouse and asking for fish and chips.
Imagine going to a steakhouse and asking
That's
for
like going to
steak.
Subway and asking for the pizza.
It can be done though, so it's being done.
They have pizza at Subway?
I work there, yes, we do.
What?
Yes.
So Shotgun Cop speaks up. So yeah, my colleague and I are obviously police officers, but what do you do, Mr. and Mrs. They look over. Wonder, Mr. and Mrs. Wonder. Right. What do you all do? Like, are you accountants, or do you do an interesting job? And Steve's mom kind of blinks for a little bit. Well, I kind of need to go to the character sheet. Give me a second here. Hold on.
Fascinating.
Hold on. I didn't say that in character. Shut up.
It sure sounded like you did.
Robert speaks up. I'm a civil engineer. So, I do whatever needs to be done for the city. I mainly work on bridges. It's an incredibly fascinating, and he goes in, he starts talking about architecture and column design, and about how recently on social media he's seen that there's a lot of talking about ionic columns as opposed to the other inferior column types.
Things getting
No one at the table is
things getting
interested.
heated.
Now that I know he's
exactly.
an architect, he might outlive Llyoyd because architects don't die.
Exactly.
Yeah, because they're murdering every bitch in Destiny.
After he starts ranting about different archetypes, Janice kind of cuts him off. I'd like to point out I am a journalist, so I
Great. I
work with I'm a journalist. I do journalism things. You know BuzzFeed articles? I help work on those.
Oh, I love those.
Yes.
Well-
Which Bystanders member are you? Written by Janice Wonder.
You make those cool surveys to find out what character you are?
Donovan,
I'm a rhinoceros beetle, it
you
turns
cannot
out.
be consistently funny because I cannot give you this many points of
I
inspiration.
took my ADD meds this morning, and code red is code for funny juice. I'm getting my inspiration into the double digits this session.
Janice also speaks. I also translate a lot of English articles into Spanish and French because I'm actually fluent in those. And everyone is just as interested as you think they would if someone is talking about their BuzzFeed career.
Oh, Damian's fascinating. He loves BuzzFeed.
Right.
He found out recently that he's a rhinoceros beetle in the which bug type are you quiz.
Of course. Rhinoceros beetle.
Rhinoceros beetle?
Carl speaks up.
boy.
Well, I actually used to be in charge of museum security. And Steve's parents both look over at Steve.
Damian chuckles.
What?
And Shotgun Cop is like, oh, that sounds interesting. How did that go? And
Steve visibly straightens up a little bit.
Llyoyd
Well, I
visibly
was
relaxes.
recently,
Turns out that career has a lot of holes.
I was recently
Much like I did.
Go.
We actually saw Carl working at his job once recently. He was doing a great job.
Yeah, Carl, what happened to that?
He
What
did-
happened? Why'd you get let go?
No, he did.
He touches the spot where he's still bandaged from the hand of God wounds underneath his clothing. Let's just say that I got into a bit of a skirmish with some allies.
Interesting.
Detective George kind of narrows
Diffusing
her
a
eyes.
union.
Uh-oh. Amazon crime.
I guess you could say he went on
but-
strike.
Detective George kind of looks over. Well, I'm a detective, so that's kind of what I do for work. Shotgun Cop here is more of a patrol officer. He does what he can, but he's like a little
explains
brother to
quite
me.
a
And for
bit.
the first time, he's like a little brother to me, and he scruffs his hair. And for the first time, you see Shotgun Cop actually be calm. He's like, "Yes, she's basically like my older sister. She kind of helped raise me, so
Is
that's
Shotgun
cool.
Cup a dog?
I couldn't have turned out to be half the man I am today without her. I mean, look at me. I'm a well-standing, well-functioning member of society." I dropped my shotgun. Hold on.
Oh, me too. He takes a drink.
Cheers. He pulls out the shotgun over the table.
Yeah.
Wait.
We clink shotguns.
Put it down.
Opens umbrella, points it forward.
Shotgun
this is not
piercing immunity.
But Detective
You
George,
can't see any of this. You just don't. Why is everyone making noise?
Detective George laughs for a bit, and then she says, "Yeah, well, it actually turns out that as a detective, there's actually been a lot that's been going on in Travago recently. Rise in murder cases, and recently there was a robbery of well-established public property."
I didn't hear about that.
Really?
It was weird. We knew who did it. We had the perpetrators on camera, but then we were suddenly forced to drop the case.
Huh.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's really weird.
This is not in character, but that means that Clementine did go through with that.
And she's kind of looking around at all of you guys. I mean, I don't know if any of you heard anything about that. I mean, rumors fly quickly, and I'd like to know if anyone is knowing of anything like that.
I actually haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about.
Roll deception.
Oh.
What stat is that? Is that wisdom?
That's charisma. You're just receiving.
17.
Interesting. Okay. Well, actually, it turns out, and as she is about to launch into the next topic of conversation, or continue this current one, the waitress comes by with all of you guys' food.
Whew.
So, she sets down all of the food.
Damian grins, his eyes glow slightly as he sees he immediately grabs the hot sauce bottle and starts pouring it onto his steak.
Like one of the
Holy wow! Thank you so much, Steve says to the waitress.
Who's sitting?
This looks
who's
wonderful.
Sitting next to Damian? I assume that it's Steve.
Yeah,
I think it's Steve and Carl.
Make a dex save.
His steak is visibly steaming with not with the heat, but with the hot sauce. Smoking, I should say.
Okay, that is going to be, I think, a 22.
You pick up your food and are able to keep it, prevent it from getting splashed.
I have
a little bit does land in your drink, though.
I have my umbrella
which
ready.
then
No
begins to
hot sauce is getting on
It
this.
boils.
It
It
turns black and begins smoking.
It landed in my Dr. Pepper. Oh, and now it's going to be a Dr. Burn.
She
One
looks
second.
over. I'll get you a new one.
Thank you.
Wait, let me take care of
I
that
appreciate
first.
it.
Donovan's gonna take that and make sure there's nothing harmful in there. He's gonna overdrive the drink to kill whatever horrible thing is living in it at the moment. What that's gonna do, I don't know.
It breathes new life
It
into
doesn't
the drink.
work. It stops.
Take this away immediately.
It stops smoldering, but it begins to aggressively bubble and foam.
Donovan looks
Damian's
visibly
steak
worried.
that is soaked in it.
Damian's steak looks fine.
Great.
Donovan loses an entire point of constitution of fear.
Permanently.
Permanently. I go back from an 11 to a 10.
Yep.
The homunculus with
You
the
lose
plus
a level.
icon.
Character
Of
level.
what?
You level drain.
you
We're doing
de-evolve.
3.5.
No, take the drink away. We're moving on.
I've never played 3.5. That sounds
You keep level
disgusting.
drain away from 5e right now.
Alright, so you all get your food. You ordered the very rare steak.
Yep.
You haven't eaten food for a while.
You're right.
In terms of as food goes, it's not that bad. There's some
Good.
blood in there, so I'd say you gain 1 energy.
Because I ate it normally. I didn't act a heathen this time.
Yeah, so you gain 1 energy. But you also ate, so that's interesting.
Imagining Llyoyd sitting at the table with like
Oh, no.
4 people
Like-
that don't know about him being a vampire and just draining his
Do you
food in
take your
front of him.
mask off when you eat?
I kind
do
of
you
have
just
to.
kinda-
It's made of stone.
Lift, or do you just kind of lift it up?
Like
and-
I mean,
my
he
hood's still
doesn't-
up.
he doesn't
I
need-
take the
he
mask
just-
off with my eyes still. The area of my eyes being covered with the hood. And I just like
You might
know,
catch a glint of fangs.
I mean,
but who
you
cares?
know how vampires can like suck blood out of stuff. Every food's a finger food when you're a vampire.
As long as you have good manners at the table, that's all that matters.
just casually eating the steak.
I'd imagine that Llyoyd has very good, if old-fashioned, table manners.
Damian's going to.
He knows
Where's
table
the
manners.
salad fork? What is this place?
Damian's
There
going to.
actually is a salad fork.
Oh, great.
But I didn't.
Damian's going to use both forks to dig into his steak. Do I need to roll for anything, or am I able to take the heat perfectly fine?
Well, you're proficient in spicy food, so I'll have you roll with advantage.
Okay, great.
Unfortunately, Llyoyd can feel the lack
It's a
of
con
manners.
save and you're proficient in that.
Okay,
Or I'll say this specifically, you're proficient.
15.
15. Damian, you take a bite of steak.
Was that
And,
the bite of 87? I'm sorry. I don't know why. I didn't say that at least once. I apologize profusely.
Damian, it's kind of hot. Like a little uncomfortably so.
Damian. His
A lot uncomfortably so, actually. Your foot starts to rapidly tap against the ground, and you hear. "Bum, bum, 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 bum."
Damien, are you okay?
Damian's muscles
good, man?
flex a bit, and his foot
Damien?
taps, and he starts breathing. He goes, "This is exactly what I needed."
Oh, come on,
Comes
Damian.
out
You
of your
can't.
mouth as you move your teeth.
Donovan,
Come on.
He breathes in Donovan's general direction. who's across the
Donovan
table.
readies
And
healing ripple.
His breath is like tingling with heat.
It reacts poorly to the Ozu scarf as it visibly retracts.
You take 2 fire damage.
Oh, great.
Oh, come on, Damian. It can't be that
All right,
bad.
Donovan's-
Swig.
That looks really good.
You're taking a swig of the hot sauce?
Yep.
You're fine.
Alright.
Donovan,
God damn it!
Donovan's gonna bite into the hamburger and roll a charisma save. He rolls a natural 1, just starts crying.
I believe it.
I hope you know I have put pagers and spicy on his proficiency list.
You can also put alcohol on there.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna put spicy and under immunity.
Yeah.
God.
As he's breathing raggedly, the Osu scarf's like going blue everywhere. He's just like, "This is the
Yeah,
greatest
I'm
thing I've
breathing
ever
at
eaten."
Donovan.
Robert walks over and just kind of puts his hand on Donovan's shoulder, and he looks over to the waitress. Did you put tomato on it? And she nods. Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
Robert goes up to the waitress. He asked for no pickles.
Still no pickle. Steve, what did you get again?
I got a steak and fries. I'm actually going to take the extra fries that I ordered and put them on the steak and put the ketchup all over it and start just...
I wish
Slice
this
it.
was-
Damien-
Your
Damien-
parents are Catholic. That's a sin.
Damien
You're getting grounded.
Damien sets his hand on Steve's shoulder, turns and speaks to him. His breath still almost literal fire.
Steve, make a dex
I'm
save.
very disappointed in you.
Make a dex save.
This is Donovan is making a
Actually,
wonderful
it's close
first.
enough. No, make a con save.
Yeah, Donovan is
Okay,
making a wonderful first impression on Detective George by bawling after taking one bite of a
Yeah,
hamburger.
Detective George does. Like, everyone else at the table at this point is like, oh yeah, but Detective George is like,
So,
Yeah, everyone else is
Llyoyd
used
is
to
eating
this.
Oh.
a very raw steak.
while wearing his hoodie.
Damien has poured the hottest hot sauce as possible and is basically breathing fire. Llyoyd, you have built the worst sin I've ever seen, and you are crying while eating your burger.
What? It's
You
good,
can feel the
okay?
disrespect off of Steve's plate.
Look, okay, it's really... It tastes wonderful.
I don't believe you. I think my hot sauce is better. Anyway, what'd you get for your con save?
I got an 18.
18.
Dang it.
You're good. Robert looks over, and
You
I
gotta,
know
like, brush your teeth.
if you've heard the phrase "if looks can kill," well, Robert's looks can kill.
Point of inspiration.
He's looking at you in just abject horror that
What?
you would do such a thing to a steak.
No, the flavor meshes together really well, Dad. Look, okay, here, I'll make it up to you.
Hey, Robert, you
Steve
can
grabs
delete, you can
the
delete the
A1.
toppings off his steak, right?
I'll make it up to
ready.
you.
No.
Hawk moon.
Steve grabs the A1
Whoa,
and starts
whoa,
taking
whoa!
off
No,
the
no, no, no,
cap.
no! Give that! Give it! No!
See? Look how good this is.
Give me the A1. Give me the A1.
Damien actually...
Give it. Steve,
Yes?
I'm your father.
Yes, Dad.
Damien actually takes Steve's plate away from him.
But
Wait, here, Damian, bring it over.
Okay, he hands it to Robert.
While we're
Robert
discussing that,
puts it down, looks at it for a second. A1 sauce is gone.
he did this
I,
at the table with everyone?
Well, he put it like down in his lap and then like made like a scraping motion.
I see.
so
Thanks,
Llyoyd is
Dad.
Lloyd's going to like.
And then he swishes the bottle around a little bit and looks within it. And as he looks within the bottle, it starts to fill back up.
God, his power's cool.
Lloyd's
He
going to
sets it on the table
underneath
and let's see if...
whip Steve's leg.
Oh, no.
Did anyone notice?
I wonder if the detective is proficient in insight.
Man, I wonder.
Anyways,
Or
Lloyd's
perception
just gonna
five
like
for that
look
one.
at Shotgun Cop. So, can you explain me why the moral code of the police force here is so thin I can see through?
Give me a second here. Detective George looks over and is just like... She kind of furrows her brow. And Shotgun Cop is just tucked into what he's eating.
Hey, Shotgun Cop, you want some of this hot sauce? Damien's used like 3/4 of the bottle, but he hands it over.
He grabs it.
On top of Llyoyd having
Yeah.
taking his swig out of
Damien's
it.
still double forking his steak.
He puts it on the burger. He gives it back to you. He,
Damien uses the rest of it on his steak again.
the burger that he's eating is currently leaking the hot sauce he's put so much onto it.
Good.
He takes a big bite out of it and immediately just tears.
Oh, it's AC/DC.
It's the Tonyo scene with.
Yeah.
If 2 turns pass, it's entirely possible Shotgun Cop actually takes enough fire damage to go down.
Yeah, he falls unconscious.
Whoa! Didn't know he couldn't handle that.
Detective George just kind of sighs and puts him back up in the chair, and his head is just leaning back. Just
Alright, Donovan.
he's just out for the count.
Hey, Donovan Halen, you want to breathe at him? I think if I do it, he might take a couple death saves.
Okay. Brings himself back to control. So he's like,
Steve's mom is having a very normal dining experience, eating her salad with everyone else on the table.
But she's not, like, taken aback by anyone else.
He, like-
She's just having fun.
she's used to this. He like Donovan like taps a shotgun.
She's
cop.
having a casual conversation with Carl, and they're actually kind of like laughing, and they're seeming to have.
Wait, no!
I would like to mention for the audience that non-canonically and off recording, we played Jackbox with using our characters, and Michael played Carl, and there may or may not have been a joke about Carl being Steve's new father.
I would like to point out it's very clearly not romantic. It just seems like they're decent friends.
That's
They're
I think
doing
the term you're looking for is platonic.
Steve.
Yes,
Steve.
yes.
Steve.
Oh,
I have 2 dads.
There we go.
I have 2 dads. One is British and the other's cool.
I had one question about
One's British and the other has
Steve's
rights.
abilities. Can he switch So with Act 2, he can switch people's senses. Can he switch his own senses?
Yes, with someone else's.
Would he like to switch?
Okay, that's
Damian?
actually really broken. Okay.
He
Alright.
gives Llyoyd eyesight at the expense of his own.
The Act 2
mean, yeah.
ability is the best. You have to keep that in mind.
That's true. Okay.
Yeah, Echo's
You
Act
could
3
let-
is
you
shit.
could let
I hate
Llyoyd see.
it. 3 freeze.
But I mean, I would be blind,
freeze
but-
when
Yeah.
I put your hands in the air.
True.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Society.
Steve's going to, like, as he eats, he takes a second, thinks about it, starts removing the fries off of the steak, gets a bit of steak, puts it in his mouth, and he's going to swap his senses with the steak, so he is just overcome by flavor. And it is the best bite of steak he has ever.
So,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
you have,
take another
you
bite of
have,
hamburger. Charisma safe. I'm a little bit off.
Steve has access to cable television, if not a lot of channels, but the Food Network is one of them. So let me tell you, you have taken a one-way trip to Flavortown, hosted, directed, and sent to by Guy Fieri.
excellent.
Oh, mama!
Damian grins, seeing Steve enjoying his steak. Want some of this on it? He holds up the hot sauce.
Detective George grabs it from you and puts it
If
down
you
on the
swap
ground.
his senses with that, he's going to disintegrate.
Damian claps Steve on the shoulder. He'll be fine.
Hand over to a shotgun cop who's literally unconscious.
Damian takes
Also
another bite
hands
of
over
steak.
to Llyoyd.
Does he just pick it up with his hands?
No, he's double forking it. He stabbed it with both forks, held it up, and taken a bite.
The
Do I
amount
need to roll?
of nothing.
No,
Okay,
no, you're...
I'm just rolling in
The
it.
amount of nothingness left if he swaps his senses with the hot sauce will make me with my Hamoan vampires look like a tea party.
You can't tell if your senses have been burnt to death or are numb at this point because you eat the steak and it tastes like texture.
Hell yeah!
So, Detective George, how long have you been in the force?
Oh, a few years.
Okay, that's cool.
What's the most interesting case you've worked on?
Well, the most interesting case I've worked on was actually the one that I was made to drop recently. You know, something about a museum. Steve's parents kind of look over at him.
Really? I feel like you'd have a lot more interesting stuff, especially with all the murder rates going up and such.
Steve...
That is very true. We've had,
There was a murder.
Go ahead, Steve.
No, Steve looks at the detective. Really? He continues eating. So, what happened?
Wow.
That
She
sounds
looks-
classified.
She looks Steve in the eyes. Make a wisdom save.
I'm too poor to go to museums. I can't
11.
afford...
Interesting.
No, I just wanted to know what happened.
Oh, sorry. I kind of got lost in thought there.
Lost in the sauce.
A little bit.
I feel like this is a scary stand ability
Sorry,
that
what
can
were
read
we-
our thoughts or
What are we
something,
talking
but
about?
I'm too poor to afford museums.
we were talking about your most interesting case in terms of murder, maybe.
Yes, murder cases. Well, there was one that was really just honestly bizarre. We found this. Well, at a certain point, it wasn't really a man. He was abnormally tall. We found him in an alley, and he was just completely shriveled up. It's like someone had completely removed all fluid from him.
Hey, remember leaving TW in the street?
I
Interestingly,
put him in a dumpster.
we actually saw like holes in his neck. It looked like someone had choked him and pierced holes through, and apparently, according to the autopsy records, he'd somehow been drained of all of his fluids.
Can I roll to see if Damien even puts together what she's talking about?
History.
Dehydration is
That's-
a really big problem.
However, Steve connects.
14.
Steve connects
Dang
the
it.
dots.
That is,
I wanted to just be genuinely oblivious.
I'm a bit lost. I'm not quite there right now. I'm still reeling from the burger.
Donovan is being rocked with waves of emotion.
Yeah, I'm going through.
That's
I'm going through a
interesting. I
phase
don't
right
have
now.
any- I
You're
have
going
no
through
idea how
all
anyone could
5
have done
stages
that.
of.
The 5 stages of flavor, as they say.
She looks over at Llyoyd. That's an awfully rare steak that you ordered. I don't think I've ever seen someone eat a steak with that much rarity.
Have you heard the saying, if it ain't blue, it ain't cooked right?
I mean, I'd eat it. He uses a fork to stab
No,
a
stop,
bite of
stop,
Llyoyd's
no,
steak and
stop.
dips it in the hot sauce and eats it.
She takes psychic damage.
Gwinn pulls out the hawk moon and bam bam.
No! I mean, I'll share the hot sauce with
The
you.
all
What?
new kitchen gun.
Dang it!
I apologize for my colleagues. This is normal.
Right, of course. And as she's doing that, Shotgun Cop just immediately, whoa! Oh,
Like the hot sauce?
that's good hot sauce. He
Heck
goes
yeah!
and takes another bite and then falls on the he starts to gag a little bit, and Detective George kind of puts him over and claps him on the back, and he coughs it up, and it falls back onto the plate. He's like a child.
That was gross.
Yeah, it was actually.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Steve is like halfway done with his steak and he pushes it. Oh, I am so full.
Damian takes Steve's remaining steak, puts it on his plate, and pours the remaining hot sauce on it.
Eats the third bite.
That's a bite? Was that a bite I just saw? I can't tell if that's Donovan.
I might
or
have missed
Donovan.
something. Why are you crying while eating your burger?
I can't. I've been sufficient. I have been sufficient on uncooked ramen packets and Kool-Aid powder for the past 10 years.
He was amazed by like
Egg and
saltine crackers.
And
Yeah.
cheese on eggs.
Any
This
taste
is too much.
sensation outside of bland or sweet gives him he's a British person.
Sure.
Does it mean he's immune to
has-
the effect of beans on toast?
Yes.
That is also very true. He's not been able to afford a dentist.
Oh.
Based. Okay.
No.
Red pill even.
Hey, Donovan, can you smile for me? Psychic damage.
No.
Well, actually, your teeth have gotten straighter and like better as you've started breathing better.
As you started breathing.
Brian can really benefit from
remember to
alone.
breathe every day. Floss breathe after every meal.
Anyway,
Wow. But
Anyways,
let's continue getting
conversation-
interrogated.
yeah, the conversation kind of lows. Sorry, I burped something came out my nose. Oh,
Gross.
Are you alright, Detective
that was
George?
despicable.
epic swag.
Man, your shotgun cop impersonation is fantastic.
Oh, I took acid damage. All right,
Oh,
back to the story. I'm tearing up. All right.
Your
Hey,
sides
welcome
are
Hi,
to
Tyrion.
the
I'm
more
Stevie
red.
One.
Welcome to the party.
So, Robert kind of looks over, notices the situation that's going on, and he's like, so Detective George, I mean, all of this work that you've had to do in the police academy and around all these places, you're a detective. I mean, obviously you're a plainclothes detective. She kind of looks over. Well, yes, I mean, sometimes my work requires me to go undercover, and sometimes my work requires me to, get into places that are a little unsavory. She kind of looks around. Mr. Drake,
Yes.
earlier you said something about a stand.
Yes.
Why'd you say that out loud?
I'm not going to beat around the bush with all of you. I know that all of you were there in the museum.
I'm fine with that.
I saw you all on the cameras. And Steve's mom kind of tries to speak up, and Detective George is like, no. Steven,
That's me.
I am aware that...
If you listen to the audio, the guy in the museum was Richard. Just throwing it out there.
He's got a point. I wouldn't know that he has
You
a
did
point,
say your
but
name was Steve.
I did. First of all.
We got
Well,
you
I
on
mean-
4K, buddy.
Here's she's using shadow play, dude.
Actually, we don't. I don't think they
there
have
has
the
to be
footage
some
anymore.
sort of mistake.
That was
Mistake.
that was mostly
Your
a joke.
fingerprints were at the scene. There's DNA evidence from spurts of blood that were found, and we have you on the cameras.
Well, but you don't have that evidence anymore, do you?
That's just it, though. We had the evidence. We still have it in our locker. But the case was very suddenly dropped. You see, at this point, I don't really care about what my supervisors tell me. I joined the force because I am interested in justice. She pulls back her shoulder a little bit, and you can see what looks to be a rotting bite mark that is healing. A few days ago, some sort of creature showed up at I and Cop's house. We live together, we rent the duplex, and there was an attack of these creatures.
Really?
I believe that what happened to my house and what happened there at the museum has some kind of relation, but I don't have enough information to put it all together.
Did you guys get like attacked by dogs or something? What is that?
Are you familiar with a ghoul, Stephen?
I've never heard of that.
Make a wisdom save.
Look.
11 again.
No.
Fascinating. So the same kind of creatures that attacked your house that would attack mine. Interesting.
Not a fan of that.
Steve's composure.
Regardless, I would like to note, trust me, there are bigger problems out there than us, and we're trying to help people like you.
Make a wisdom save.
Okay.
Quick question.
That do be a 7, though.
So what is the beating heart, Mr. Drake? Would you like to
Damian.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I don't actually know.
She pulls out a notepad. Clementine is also an interesting name. I noticed that came up.
Lloyd's gonna go ahead and fasten his mask back.
Yeah,
on.
Steve's composure breaks a little bit.
Mr. Wonder, was this the varsity perception captain?
Mr. Wonder is sitting there just looking completely shocked, and Janice is kind of like tucking back into her steak.
Damian tugs at his shirt collar and goes, Robert, you talked with Clementine more than we have, I'm sure. Maybe you should handle this one.
Yes, maybe you should. And Robert kind of looks over. Well, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know very much. You see, we had a conversation with a Mr. Clementine. He came by our house and he introduced himself as someone from a very interested wine company. We were meant to prototype and test out a new wine that he had created, so
What are we going up against today?
we took sips, and he kind of looks down. Interesting. What's up, Hayden?
I just would like to know, so you said Detective George has the 2 pink exclamation marks on her back?
They're not like they're just designs. They're like on the
Oh,
back
I
of
thought
her
they
hoodie.
were... Okay.
No,
We're
they're
good.
not like jutting out or anything.
Okay.
No, they're just designs on the back of her hoodie.
Okay, that's fine. Never mind.
Or pantsuit. They're designs on the back of her pantsuit.
Detective George, I have a question about the bite mark.
Go ahead.
How long ago was that you said?
A couple days ago.
Alright.
Sounds about the same time.
That's not where I'm going with this. Have you showed any other adverse effects? Have you acted abnormally?
I don't think that's how JoJo zombies work.
I know.
Wait.
I don't know. Donovan does not know
That's
that.
fair.
I want to make sure we're not about to get ghoul jumped, and he might hamon it up if he has to.
Wait, guys. Was that the bite of 87?
No.
Where's it?
We've already made that joke this session.
Wait, but not with... I deserve that.
So I've erased Steve's character from the.
How weird it's gone.
Alright, guys.
Lloyd
It's
is
been
the
fun.
main character.
Awesome.
What do you mean ditto? You can't. Okay. Anyway. She kind of looks over. If you're asking, no, I've not become one of them.
All right.
If you're interested, I can. In fact,
Everything's good there. All right.
I'm wearing a hood, but I still went in the sun.
So it seems like either you're reading our minds or you already know all this information.
She's a
A
detective,
combination,
Drake.
perhaps.
Hate that,
Alright.
thanks.
I also just want to make sure everyone at this table other than Shotgun Cop is a stand user, right?
Also,
As far
Shotgun
as
Cop
we can
is
tell.
unconscious.
That's-
Conveniently.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's cut the shit. What's your angle?
Yep.
I'm not really interested in what happened at the museum.
As you shouldn't be. That's not really relevant to the undead horde.
But it's extremely relevant to the fact that someone was murdered in the museum. A couple of the museum guards were brutally murdered.
Yeah, I wonder how that happened.
Steve cringes
He looks
a
at
little bit.
Lloyd. Lloyd doesn't notice because he's blind and I forgot.
Mr. I don't really have
I will
a
say
last
he can't serve a life sentence. He is already dead.
Go ahead.
That was not a character.
Go ahead. Try pitting me against the firing squad.
can't-
Yeah, well, that works.
Stand there and take it.
He just slowly walks towards them.
He gets the electric chair. Try breathing. That'll work better. Walks into prison. Damn, bitch, you live like this?
Some Gucci crib you got here.
Nice.
That phrase injured me.
Nice
I kind
place.
of don't like these bars, Master Puppet.
I want to... Wait, no, I don't want any fresh air. I don't want to go out in the sun.
So anyway, about Lloyd's first victims, at least in this campaign.
I'm gonna let him take this one. Steve, like...
Damian is also looking annoyed at Lloyd as about this because he told him not to kill those guys.
Wait, you take your hood off.
He doesn't have to pay
Mr.
taxes.
Lloyd,
He's
I
dead.
think that- Could you
What?
take your-
He doesn't have to pay taxes. He's dead.
Shut up. That's funny.
Are there windows in this room?
Yes. yes.
All
Take
right.
off your hood, Mr. Llyoyd.
On a
afraid
side
not.
note, I think you'd look
And-
wonderful with an umbrella.
The reason for that being,
It's against my religion.
fair enough.
Cops
Yeah,
are all
he's
about
got-
disrespecting your
Actually,
religion.
he's got her on that.
That's not gonna work. Cops are all about not respecting your
But
religion.
she's wearing hijab. You called it, yeah. So he's actually
Never
got
mind.
on
I
that.
didn't get that bit.
My apologies.
It works.
Still, though, I wonder what eyes are underneath that hood.
Closed ones.
A face, perhaps.
How
He's actually got quite a pretty face.
how helpful.
He
and
is very
cryptic.
handsome.
Llyoyd is.
If it helps. he's
If
handsome.
Llyoyd is anything, it's cryptic.
She looks over at you. Make a wisdom save.
Oh boy. Oh
Riddle.
boy.
You want a riddle?
9.
I'm gonna be honest.
Interesting.
Just-
so no
I have a
eyes.
negative 1.
Oops.
Despite this, despite what's happening, this is one of the most intimidating stands to be interacting with, because we'll just say something and you'll look at us and go, "Make a wisdom save." And honestly, I hate that. Thanks.
Wait, so
have a
you
negative
took
one.
off your
Hold on.
mask?
No.
Okay.
No, she looked at me and knew
he
he
would.
eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that would not go well.
Never mind.
Oops.
So, Stephen,
Yes.
were you dragged into all of this?
She's gonna know I'm a criminal. This isn't good.
Or
Say,
do you? Oh, I'm fully
Damian.
aware of your criminal
Would you
record.
mind
I didn't
if
say that out loud.
Oh, sorry.
But she
did a
does know
little
now.
Load action.
Are you asking?
Somehow, I think
not
that
on her, on you.
Are y'all whispering?
In the yeah.
You're
I'm
gonna
whispering.
give yourself more wisdom so you don't reveal anything?
Yes! That's awesome.
That is exactly
What I'm trying to do.
Shotgun Cop is not using his wisdom.
that's
currently.
not a terrible
Does he
idea.
have any?
No, but she's sitting right next to him.
That's not a terrible idea.
has a
However,
0.
Damian also knows everything that you've done, and if you lower his wisdom any more than the +0 that he already has, that's going to go badly.
Also, it's kind of bright. Like, the windows are to the back of you, so the only reason you're able to kind of take your mask off is because your hood is...
So I can't under the table.
You could probably do it under the floor if you bore, through a shoe or something, but there is some kind of sunlight around.
Damian, regardless, I think I'm going to take a pass on that.
What are you all talking about at the corner there? Make a wisdom save.
God damn it.
Can I answer instead?
No. Well, you go ahead.
12.
Go ahead, you were trying to say something, Mr. Llyoyd. What is this about your master of puppets?
You
Your
know.
load ability?
He's a puppeteer. It's great.
I think,
Fascinating, Mr. Halen.
I think we are done with lunch. We should probably...
No, hold
Yeah.
on.
Donovan's like, I really want to finish this. This is really good.
Let the man finish his
I'm known amongst
burger.
friends to be able to puppeteer.
He's never felt this much
That's
joy
why I
in
am
his
the
life.
master of puppets.
I don't think that's the case.
All right, hang on. Look,
Were you trying to ask me
George.
something, Detective George? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Damian.
You're pretty curious.
well, let's cut the crap. You want
outright
information,
kills Donovan.
you can obviously get that information whether we want to give it to you or not. I want to ensure to you, we have no qualms with the citizens of the city and are honestly out there trying to do good.
Make a wisdom save. You can choose to fail if you wish.
Sure, yeah, I'll fail. We mean you no harm. We're doing our best to help. We can work together on this if you would stop reading our goddamn minds. And if you ensure that some idiots who committed crimes in order to do what they needed to do aren't going to get dragged to prison for it.
Hey, I
don't need to ruin a great high schooler's life.
I am an above
I'm
average
right in
intelligence
prison.
guy doing crime. Thank you very much.
Well-
I mean, woo! Love following the law. Pickpocketing's cringe.
Oh my god. I suppose I can forgive murder, and general
Petty thievery?
unlawfulness.
And you.
Tomfoolish antics is what I referred to.
Adorable.
Guys, she called me adorable.
Shut up.
Steve takes a moment and thinks.
Fails charisma save.
He makes eye contact with Detective George.
Make a wisdom save.
Damn.
Before I say what I'm about to say. Okay.
Ooh.
That is failing.
Now you can say.
I am willing to take. He cringes for a second. Responsibility for the actions I've taken. What I've done here with this group, it has been to overall help the citizens here in Chivago.
Stephen, at the very best, that's voluntary manslaughter. If you were lucky, you could get away with 7 years in prison. 7.
Maybe you're right, but even if that's the case, if that means saving other people in this city...
Let's call the beating harm, make sure they don't commit any crimes for the next 7 years. We gotta wait for that.
Steve gets a presidential pardon.
She kind of looks over at all of you.
Shut. No, shut. What? No, I don't want to break the tension anymore. I'm very sorry for making jokes.
She kind of looks over at all of you. Well, even if I wanted to, I couldn't press charges. I'm not really allowed to pursue this case anymore. But regardless, I'm glad that at the very least you'd be willing to accept responsibility for your actions. Or at least some of you.
He just glares at Llyoyd.
That implies I regret pickpocketing. No, I have access to every part in the city,
It's
dude.
petty crime. She's not concerned.
She's not concerned.
She's more concerned about the several people he killed.
Look,
I have stolen so many subway passes.
The person you ripped apart in the big
I've
lots.
only killed one person and they deserved it.
She made you felt bad. She made you feel bad remembering trauma.
I just believe everyone deserves the
division
right
moment.
to eat, including myself.
I feel like that's not helping our case.
Can we cut the last
Such
15
disgusting.
seconds?
I feel like
I also agree.
It's not as if I'm human.
I'm not interested in speaking to you anymore.
Good. I was interested in speaking with you.
Audible finger gun, Detective George.
Man, he do be petty, though.
Steve, Robert kind of interrupts the conversation. So, then what are you after, Detective George?
That's what I've been asking.
Kind of looks around at all of you. It's not really information that I'm after. I can get that in any method.
Yeah.
Clearly.
And I know more than I've originally let on.
Really?
What I'm interested in is not information. It's an alliance.
Those have gone really well for us previously.
That's a shame. I'm not interested.
Damn,
Shut
that's
up, Llyoyd.
crazy.
let's hear her out.
If it's an
okay?
alliance with the Travago Police Department, that's going to be a hindrance.
Not the Travago Police Department.
Okay, never mind.
Me.
There you go. That's better.
The Travago Police Department has many problems. Corruption, incompetence. She looks over at Shotgun Cop.
Who's unconscious, foaming at the mouth.
Incompetence again.
His shotgun
Incompetence
lying
again.
on the ground next to him.
She actually turns over and clicks the safety on.
Because of course it wasn't on. The hog actually doesn't have a safety.
The safety is the trigger.
Yeah, they let a pickpocket wearing the same outfit for a decade get away with crime.
Crime!
Yes.
I can't offer you anything except for my assistance and the assurance that if I'm able to help you all, I will do my best to ensure that justice is delivered to those who deserve it.
That sounds extremely useful.
And I would
Yeah.
be willing to overlook these past misdeeds of all of you if you'd be willing to cooperate.
Question.
We need cooperation with someone.
Damn.
We've gotten burned at every corner we've turned, to be perfectly honest.
Well,
Damn, let
to
me
be
check the
fair,
spicy
much
thousand
like
and
this,
ask
we've
who
been
the
also
fuck
guzzling the hot sauce.
That's true. Question.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know Steve murdered Brenda. Has he killed anyone else?
I feel like you should know
No,
that.
I know-
You
that's
and
why I
I
said
have
I
only
feel like I
killed
should.
one character. I don't think you've
You
killed
killed
anyone.
But
killed
even
End of Love.
the thing
Yeah,
is,
I killed
You killed Florence.
I am really
even
trying
still,
to not murder
if
anyone.
none of
unless
you
they're
killed
dead.
anyone, the fact that I killed someone means all of you would be technically tried for being accomplices.
That's true.
Realistically speaking, none of us are going to get put in jail. They can't do jack to us. But
Llyoyd would actually be thriving because free food.
my
Because they
God.
don't give a shit about the prisoners.
honestly,
And if they
Lloyd's,
try to-
Lloyd's probably spent a good portion of
Name
his
a
life in
sing-
prison
Name
voluntarily.
a single death sentence currently that would actually kill Llyoyd.
That's true. Also, if we
Lethal
use
injection would do Jack. He's immune to piercing.
And poison.
They could rip his hood off in the sunlight, as they probably would while checking your body.
If they do the firing squad in the daylight, you might be a bit screwed.
Yeah, because even if you're immune to piercing damage, your clothes aren't.
also.
No.
Anyway,
Hey, wait a minute. Also, if we used our stands to kill people, like, they can't prove that, right?
well, but she knows.
No, I'm saying I know she knows that. Like, for instance, Steve went like Abacchio, but like,
Yet technically, we haven't killed anyone. Our stands did.
Legally, yeah.
No, Damian definitely killed her with a sword, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
No, that was
No,
that was,
okay, go.
That was
It was the
absolutely
okay,
a
go
melee
finisher.
barrage. I feel like that was.
Yeah, it was a stand rush into upside down, inside out.
That could be, with a good lawyer, self-defense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway,
But she
Moving on.
looks around. So, if at all possible, I would like complete transparency, and I would like to see all of your stands.
I agree, and I'd expect the same from you.
Very well.
Okay, go.
I was going to go first, but I'll allow it.
Sorry, he likes to show off.
Okay, go pops out. I assume the wings.
The wings fold out. He flexes.
Flexes. Yeah, I was about to say.
It knocked one of the chandeliers, like goes back and forth.
Anyone else want to go before I demonstrate?
We all look at Damien. We all have to roll for intimidation. Anyway.
And
Damn, I succeed.
I'm actually fine.
crazy.
Oh, right.
Steve looks over at Detective George. Which one?
What? Wait.
I'll assume.
What do you
both.
mean, which one?
So Steve is gonna have Act 1 in all its like 5 separate pieces come out, swirl around his body, and then form in its snake form. Then it's going to float around for a second, then fold back out into its Act 2 form and
What
float right behind his shoulder.
Yeah, his is really cool. I accidentally gave it to him by misfiring the shotgun.
Yeah, it was
More or less.
Can you turn it back into the egg?
What in the God
Here, let me try.
damn-
Steve's going to have Act 2 go back into Act 1, and then like the 5 pieces swirl around, form an egg shape, and then just they just don't quite form. No,
Awesome.
I tried. Anyway, this is my stand. Superstition.
What the fuck? And as she says that, Shotgun Cop snores loudly.
You know, if that's already destroying her brain, imagine what Act 2's ability would do.
Oh yeah, we'll leave that for later.
Okay. Mr. Halen?
All right. Donovan soothes his hair to the side, adjusts his scarf a little bit. He leans back in the shadow of the chair.
He leans back into the black.
Back in black, just kind of like stands up out of Finn, reaches behind, picks up an exact shadow construct of the chair, just kind of throws it aside and disperses it.
Back in black.
That is the stuff
forms,
of nightmares.
dabs.
How do you know?
Yes, it is, but he also looks really cool.
Speaking of the stuff of nightmares, Llyoyd.
No can do.
Umbrella.
And
Oh, yeah.
Why not?
I don't think you've noticed.
Against his
A
religion.
sunlight allergy, of course. We'll see it later.
It's very deathly. He's very deathly allergic.
Uh,
also deathly allergic to breathing.
It's kind
From
of
me-
explosive,
from me
actually.
specifically.
We'll get to that later. Mr. and Mrs. Wonder. Yes, Robert looks forward, flashes his hand in front, and his eyes flash like 10 different colors, like...
He could do the funny dad thing where he like puts his hand over his eyes and changes his facial expression, but it's just his eyes.
Yeah, he does that, basically.
He
God,
could do the anime
if only
thing.
Steve was
He
like...
could literally do the got your
6
nose, but
months
actually
old.
steal someone's nose. And actually reappear it like here it is.
Point of inspiration!
Oops, all bangers.
Janice summons time after time as well, floats above,
Dang,
and fades
that's a
back
cool
into her. Yep. Alright.
Steve still isn't quite used to seeing it. It's like,
Detective George puts her hand forward, and I suppose I should tell you all how I knew your secrets. A little bird told me. She opens her sleeve up, and a little stand comes out.
Oh no, it's Twitter.
Oh god.
She's here to cancel us.
No!
It looks like a little bird around the size of a golf ball. The main body of it is comprised of rope that's held together by several gold bands that are around it holding it together. The eyes are composed of an extremely reflective kind of glass.
Back in black, we just to pet it. It does so.
Dude, what's his name?
This is Careless Whisper.
Of course it is. Michael. Bird based on Wonder Woman's
Detective George.
Master of Truth.
No, it is not, but that would have been cool.
Detective George. Oh. That's awesome.
George is pretty curious.
Fuck you, that's good.
Thank you. Thank you.
You made the joke already. And
I
Steve
know,
is
but
going-
no one heard it.
Steve is going to kill you twice.
I've started going a little harder on stand designs recently.
Yeah,
so-
that,
Oh, yeah.
I agree. That
I
pretty
would
good.
not have noticed.
Yeah, Into Love, Time After Time, Careless Whisper. Cool stands. I like it.
Hungry Eyes.
Hungry Eyes is awesome.
It's just agreed.
It's very neat.
Anyway, cool story, bro.
Well, all right. Now I have a question for all of you.
Yes.
The bird kind of pops back under her sleeve. So what now? And that's where we're gonna end the session for. I mean
The episode.
The episode.
Switch
for
to
today.
C4.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Let's go! Woo!
Wait,
All right.
One final burger Christmas save. Crit fail! He finally bit into one of the other. He finally bit into a tomato.
Damien. No. Damien holds up his plate. Anyone else want to face?
You're fine.
Everyone at the table shies away, PCs and NPCs included. I'm making the rolls of DM.
Fade to black.
Boyd takes
Fade
the
to back in
steak.
black.
More for me.
Alright, yo, bye-bye.
Back in black.
Can we get
Okay.
some dino nuggies going on?
Sure.
I'm gonna take a snack break.